in light of the way things are going on in the world, for me, it's kind of an interesting thing, just to document a couple of people who are determined to become friends and collaborators who've never met each other before. I just think it's potentially interesting. They tried to stop it, they tried to shut the lights off. People started leaving, and Detritus just kept lifting himself off the floor and getting whacked around. For me, it's very moving. It's like, it's so much about humanity and the vulnerability of humanity and his will. It's really for real, you know? I just learned from things like that.
Yeah, Detritus is his name. He's Detritus is detritus in Latin. It's, waste, trash, you know, used, thrown aside, whatever. He named himself that when he was 20. And he's a poet and he's into philosophy. He has his own society, the Society of Nihilism in the Zero, of which I think there's only one member, which is him. So I just have always wanted to promote Detritus's career because I really respect and admire him as an artist. Started talking to Bert about the possibility of bringing Detritus here, and Bert expressing his ideas about wanting a new show and wanting to do something different.
22 years ago, I started a place called AS220, and I had, at that point in my life, my intention was to just be an artist. I had given up sort of on another life. I had a house in the suburbs and a real job, and I gave it in a marriage. I got divorced. I gave up on all that stuff to be just an artist. And it really wasn't a place where I felt like that was possible in this community at the time, where there was a place where people could exhibit, gather, talk, and just be artists. Took the initiative to help get a place started, and then that's been so consuming for the last 22 years that even though I've been productive as an artist, I haven't been focused on just being an artist.
I am going to be frank. Usually, I hope to get some similar people, some friends with my painting, you know, that are showing where I am, but I don't have this hope anymore that I'm going to find someone similar. Now I'm not hoping anything.
And, you know, then I just started making the connection of maybe this is something they could do together.
It's this sort of internal battle, I think, that artists go through. I think that I'm just an artist or I'm not an artist, you know, or what is it to be an artist? And it's also about public perception of the role or significance of artists in culture and community, you know. So it's all these different kinds of notions. And an individual who I think in so many different ways represents just being an artist, and the way he thinks, the way he dresses, the way he's been most of his life. It just seemed like a natural thing to collaborate with someone that way. Plus I like the integrity that exists in his work. One morning we get up at his apartment and he shows up and he goes and he takes an ink pen and he draws a spiral and then another open circle overlapping the spiral. He said that to me is who we are. Because I come into myself, I'm not, and you're very outgoing and your idea is to liberate everybody. I don't give a shit. I don't have any loyalty to any values or philosophy, and I'm internal and I'm fragile. And you're like this open circle, and then there's this place where we overlap.
This one's going to be maybe the Ashley's board can go here. Is that anything?
Unless we have 4 monitors.
I'm sorry?
I'm so disappointed. There's just not enough space.
Just let's go.
It's going to be fine. All right. Just one second.
let's bring Detritus here, and we're going to do this show. And then I thought, I really want you to know Detritus too. You know, what better idea than for you to go there, and then you can know exactly who he is.
I'm leaving for Spain tomorrow to hook up with an artist in Spain whose name is Detritus.
Hecho. Bye.
Fine, hon. Thanks for everything. You're the best.
Yep, thank
You guys
you.
have a great trip.
We expect to hear from you in the middle of dinner or something.
Besos y abrazos para todos los de allá.
Yeah!
Próxima estación, Campo de las Naciones.
No.
I'll get my bag.
Wait, what are you doing?
I think that what I've always done, or my life's mission, is just to bring people together. A good place for them to begin is being in Spain together and going around and seeing museums and talking about, you know, their different takes on art and life.
Yeah.
Con la chimparta.
Performance to make invention or projects, you know.
That's where we
Vamos a aproximarnos. Let's approach to the zero. Let's approach.
Getting closer to the zero.
Vale.
I think we're going to fall in love with each other. I really do. It's about relationships. It's about taking what it seems to be a commonplace thing of people interacting and getting to know each other and forcing it a little bit and putting a spotlight on it. In a world where we're bombing the shit out of people doing this and that and the other thing as much or more than we ever have.